The mask that the narcissists wear. Take a look at this beautiful mask. You see all the jewels and all how gold it is. It's looking all gold and beautiful. This is definitely the mask that narcissists wear. Today I want to talk about how to tell the difference between narcissistic love bombing and genuine love, and when someone is taking a genuine interest in you. And the reason I want to discuss this is because you have so many who have been hurt, abused, and almost destroyed by these narcs. So they're so afraid and so paranoid, and they're almost ready to stop dating. They don't know whether they're being paranoid about something, or whether something is real, or how to determine what is what. So what I would like to do today here with you, my beautiful tubies and my empaths, is share something with you that I was reading, and it was by this woman named Mae Brown. And she had so many excellent points that I agreed with in terms of how to know the difference between narcissistic love bombing and a genuine love. Now, here's how you can tell the difference between a healthy interest and one that might turn toxic for you. And once you know this, you'll be able to stay away from the narcissistic individuals who's only going to try to do what? Use you and hurt you. And God knows, no, you've been through so much already. That's the last thing you need. So now I want to talk about the first factor when it comes to the narcissist tendency to constantly rush things. These people, they proclaim their love very early on in the relationship. Like my narc, he moved way too fast. 2 dates and he's already saying, "You want to be my girl? You want to be my girl?" He was like very clingy in the beginning. He moved way too fast. They're talking about how much they love you, how much they adore you, all the great things about you, way early on in the relationship. So what I'm trying to um, help my empaths and my tubies to understand is, please don't fall into this trap. Because you have to keep in mind, if they are genuinely interested in you and they really want a commitment, they're not going to have a problem slowing it down. I mean, after all, you have your whole lives ahead of you to be with one another and get to know each other better. The only reason why they move so fast like that is because they know that they have a hidden agenda and that they're manipulating you. And that, my friends, is not genuine love. That's love bombing. And then let's talk about the drama factor. This is definitely another red flag that appears in the beginning of the relationship. Now, these people tend to always be either drama kings or drama queens. They love to make a big deal out of nothing, and they're always playing the victim. Now, we could think about that. If something serious happened, like, there was a death of a family member or your pet or something major, there was a huge change, then that's something entirely different. But let's just imagine that you go to a restaurant and they want to make a big deal. Oh, my soup is cold. My coffee is cold. And they want to get all, bent out of shape because they think this is impressive. Like she sees that I stand up for myself, or they make such a big deal out of something so minor. Then it's best to start plotting and scheming your way to get away from this character, because you don't need negativity and all that useless drama in your life. Next, we're going to think about the time factor. That's during the infatuation phase. When you first meet, how you have this euphoric feeling in the relationship, and all you feel like you want to do is you want to spend every freaking waking moment with your new romantic love. Now that's normal. I mean, that's pretty much all you want to do at that particular phase in the relationship because it's relatively new, and that's normal, and it's understandable. It's natural. But let's look at the way the narcissist approaches this. The narcissist, They require you to spend most of your time with them, not in the healthy way like we just discussed here, but they're demanding about it. They're very demanding. And if you don't give them that, they're going to try to make you feel guilty about it. They're going to sulk like a 6-year old. They're going to catch all kind of attitudes, start giving you the silent treatment because they can't demand, they can't, you're not willing to give them all of your waking hours time. Okay? Now that's definitely narcissistic love bombing and not genuine love. Okay? So they feel like we already know they have entitlement issues. So they feel entitled to have your time dedicated to them, only them, entirely. Unless, of course, you're going to work. They don't have no problem with you bringing in that cheddar. You got to go out there and make these ducats or make these dollars, no problem. But after that, they want you to be around them. They want, they have issues when you have your family. It's just ridiculous. I remember how my ex-narc, he had caught an attitude because I was spending time with my family. They had came in a room where the computer was. We was looking at something and everybody came into that room to look at things that was on the computer. He could have came into the room and joined in, but instead he made a big stink, a big fuss out of everything. And I asked my family to go. That's what he wanted anyway, because they want to isolate you. They want to bust up your family. So I asked my family to go because I had to handle this. And I didn't want to have to rip him a new one in front of my family and make it look like I was being unladylike, especially around my daughter. Yeah, so when they left, of course he apologized profusely. I'm not trying to hear that. Unacceptable. Because anytime you try to interfere with my family and try to bust up my family, that's all he tried to do constantly. He had issues with my brother. He had issues with my son. He had issues with my son-in-law. He didn't have a chance to get no issues with my daughter because my daughter kept herself away from him. She stayed away as much as possible. You know? They want you to be dependent on them. That, this constantly trying to isolate you from friends. Like if you want to go out somewhere and you say, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Well, I ain't going to stay here by myself. Yeah, I'm going to go out too. And if I get with the smoking crack and, then it's like your fault. What? You end up having to be a babysitter for these fools. What they want is for you to grow this major attachment to them and this dependency on them. And why do they want you to be so dependent? So they can abuse you. When you have no one there for support, you have no friends and no family you can talk to or turn to, that's exactly what they're after. So again, that is definitely love bombing and not genuine love. When they want to try to bust up your families, have you isolated, when they want to spend too much time with you in a demanding way. We understand couples want to hang with each other and want to be around each other on a regular basis. That is so understandable and that's natural. But anytime you're not able to do that and they're starting to catch attitudes or sulking, and you can tell when their disposition or their personality has changed. You can tell. So that's definitely a red flag because that's definitely not genuine love, sweetheart. That's the love bombing. That's trying to make you feel like, oh, I just want to be with you, just you and me, and I love you so much, and I just want us to be together. Love bombing. And lastly, let's think about the empathy factor. Now, narcissists, they could show great empathy. You know why? Because they can be very good actors and actresses. They appear to be genuinely interested in you and your life, but all they really want is attention. Now you'll notice that they have these subtle things that will come up in your conversation. You're going to see what their intentions are if you really take time to listen and focus on their conversation. You have to be on the lookout for those things. Okay? They don't have empathy. Bring up a situation that would make any normal human being, and I did say human being, feel empathy and be like, oh, that's horrible. Oh, and they really show great empathy. They'll even try to do something to lift your spirits. Or sometimes if you cry, they end up crying because they can feel your feelings so deeply. Narcissists don't have that at all. Sometimes they can put on a great act. I assure you, it's not genuine and it's not real and it's so not genuine love. Again, you'll know the difference, sweetheart. That's love bombing. So now that you know these differences, you need to walk away from this troubled relationship immediately before you invest any years, months, or time. You don't need to be confused or afraid to get back out there in the dating world and have the time of your life. You don't need to be afraid. Just look out for these signs of this love bombing. Moving too damn fast, no empathy. They constantly are very demanding when it comes to your time. And when it comes to this drama, they make a big, huge issue out of things that are just so minor. Oh, please. Now you have to remember, my loves, that love bombing is very tricky. It's very tricky. You don't deserve that. So move on early. You don't have to throw your life away with years. I mean, I threw away 11 years of my life. And I'm very annoyed with that. At the same time, it didn't stop me. It didn't make me afraid. I'm back out there, baby, in the dating world, having the time of my life. You see my other videos. I am not going to shut my life down and stop nothing. No. I'm going to still keep on living and keep on loving and keep enjoying my life. That's what God gave me life for, to enjoy it. You know? Hold on a moment. I have my study time. Yeah. So 5:30, I usually do my Bible study. It's 5:30 in the morning, as you see. I have to do my daily text. I have to do my chapter in the Bible and do my prayer, and then I read something from my Joyce Myers. That's what helped keep me uplifted, and that's how I start my morning, with a cup of coffee and feeding my fat cat Ori. Anyway, my darlings, you always have a choice. Please choose wisely. I love you, and I'm sure you know that already. But look at the mask again. The mask that narcissists wear. Look how pretty that looks. But it's not real. It's fake and it's phony, just like them. The mask narcissists wear. We'll talk again, darlings. In fact, we'll be talking again on Friday. I have so many things that we're going to talk about, and I'll get back to you then. I got to get my Bible reading things done. Talk to you later, guys. Have a great day, an amazing day. Bye for now, and remember, I love you.